of you may know that each color food, when it's a fresh, real fruit, gives you different vitamins, phytonutrients, and things that produce health in your body. So we're going to start today with some green, which is the nopales. Nopales can be prepared, and so I've already cooked these. The nopales in this recipe can be prepared in various ways. The way that I did it is I marinated them in some olive oil, salt, pepper, and a little garlic powder. And then I put them on a grill on my stovetop until they became very nicely charred and even got some grill marks on it. You could do it outside on a barbecue as well. You could also buy them pre-cut into nice little dice and throw them into a pot of boiling water until they're tender, and then drain them and chill them, and you could use them that way. And if you're in a very big hurry, you can actually go to the store and buy a jar of prepared nopales. But these, I think, are my favorite way to prepare them is to grill them, and so that's what I have for you today. So you'll see that they are very beautiful and charred and cut into a nice small dice. So I'm going to add them to my salad. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next ingredient is grilled corn. Now with grilled corn, I wanted to make sure I was feeding you not GMO corn. And corn, organic corn in the market is pretty expensive. So I went ahead and cheated on this one, and I bought frozen grilled corn. And then I really quickly parboiled it. But if you were making it for a small family and you only needed like maybe 2 ears of corn, I think you could, and you were grilling your nopales at the same time, you could put your 2 ears of corn on the grill. And then when it's done, which is very quickly, you just take a sharp knife and remove the kernels from the cob. So you'll see that I have this very, very beautiful yellow. So we're going from green to yellow on the rainbow. So from green to yellow, we're going to go to orange and red. And I have very beautiful organic cherry tomatoes that have been cut into quarters. So we have beautiful, and I bought the kind that, they come multicolored, so that we're getting another color scheme in our beautiful salad. The next ingredient I have, so now we're at red, and now we're cycling back. Red, then what's the next color in the rainbow? Purple. So I have some beautiful onions. Now, a lot of people find that eating raw red onions, that they have a pretty big bite to them. So there's a couple of tricks to make them retain their crunch, but still, and a little bit of bite, but less, and that is I soak them in ice cold water for a few hours. And it took some of the bite out of it, and then when I put them in the refrigerator, I put a splash of red wine vinegar so that they just become lightly pickled. So we're going to add these into the salad. Now Catriona is working on white. She is chopping a jicama into a fine dice. And I'm going to help her in a minute. I'm going to continue with I think I'm going to add the avocado next. So we come back to the green, and this is just in a kind of a chunks. And Catriona's in a minute, she's going to talk to you about the health benefits of nopales, but while she's finishing dicing, I'm going to make our salad dressing. So for our salad dressing, I like to use a jar. This is a very low-tech jar with a lid. I never measure exactly, but I am going to take about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. But really, you can use any kind of vinegar you have in the house, or lemon or lime. I like the red wine vinegar on nopales. I think it pairs well, but next some extra virgin olive oil and a few globs. Next I'm going to put salt, pepper, and some Mexican oregano, which I'm going to kind of crush with my fingers.
What about the oregano? I just want to say it does smell really good when you're really close to it, like personal.
Don't put your little fingers in there.
It's okay, nopalito.
One touch of salad.
And to tell you how much we love nopales in our house, we named our puppy Nopalito. Yes.
Reduce diabetes. When I eat nopal, I'm gonna cut my insulin shots in half.
Yes, and Katrina will talk about that in a minute, but it's very good for diabetes. So then I'm just going to put my jar lid on. Then we're going to wait to toss that. And I've got one more, which is the cilantro.
Nopalito no quiere compartir.
Hey, Luz,
Manda.
could you just repeat what you said about the diabetes?
Katrina is going to talk about it. When I'm chopping herbs, I like to add a little salt on top of them because it allows the knife to cut through the herbs easier, so I get a finer dice, so I'm going to do that now. Because I'm growing, it's the nice growing season in my garden. I have two special herbs to add to our salad today. These are not herbs that are available in the store. This is papalo quelite, which is a herb that is native to Mexico, dates back to pre-conquest times. This herb is pepicha, which is native to Oaxaca in Mexico. So these are two very aromatic herbs. Herbs are an important component of health. They're concentrated phytochemicals in herbs. So we tend to think that we're adding herbs to add flavor, but really any chance to add herbs is a way to increase the health benefits and make your salad. This salad is medicine. This is food is medicine in every single way. So while Katrina's talking to you about the health benefits of nopales, I'm going to be carefully kind of taking the leaves off of these herbs and adding them to the salad, as well as the jicama. Then we'll be ready to toss it all together and serve.
Okay, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the health benefits of nopales, of cactus. Cactus, of course, are indigenous to the Americas, and they've been growing here since time immemorial, but they've been cultivated for 9,000 years. That means our people have been deliberately growing cactus to eat for 9,000 years. And it was used in a lot of different ways. For example, the needles were used for piercing for religious reasons. The sap was used in the textiles and paintings. And then the petals, the big leaves, the fruit, the flowers, and the buds were all used for food. And in addition to this, they also grew on the plants themselves. They grew an insect called cochineal, which produces a red dye. So it was not only, the plant was not only giving food and textiles and sap, but it was also providing an environment for this insect that was then used for dye. And as the sister here over here noted, nopales are very good for blood sugar. Eating nopales, eating cactus on a regular basis will lower your blood sugar. In addition, if you have diabetes, it's good to eat cactus. If you don't have diabetes, it protects you from developing diabetes. In addition, nopales are very good for your liver. And people who have metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, or who have diabetes are at very high risk for developing liver disease. So if you're eating nopales, it helps protect your liver from developing this disease. Eating it regularly is also very good for your blood. It improves platelet functions. And then mostly what we're cooking with today are the petals, the leaves, but the fruit themselves, the red, the tunas, the coconol, those also have all these other health benefits to them. The fruits are a good source of antioxidants, and eating the fruits can prevent against skin cancer and can also stop certain cancers as they develop, including prostate cancer, colon cancer, and ovarian cancer. So these foods have been medicine for our people for thousands of years, and they have fought these diseases. And now that that our people are adapting to the American diet and they stop eating things like nopales, they're developing the diseases of development. So right now our people are at high risk for diabetes, for high cholesterol, for high blood pressure, and for many cancers. And so we are really looking at how eating ancestral diets, drawing from the wisdom of our ancestors, can help fight these diseases and help protect our health. And just as a side note, I don't know if you know this, but there's something that's called the Latino paradox, and that's because throughout most countries, your health is correlated to your social class. So poor people have the worst health, rich people have the best health, and it goes step by step all the way down the line. This is very true in the United States, that your social class determines your health to a large extent. However, what the Latino paradox is that Latino immigrants, Mexicans and Central Americans who come to the U.S. have better health, not only than people of their own social class, but of middle-class Americas and rich Americas. So Latino immigrants have the best health outcomes. And we believe that this is because of the ancestral foods that they consumed in Latin America, in Central America and Mexico before they come to the U.S. that builds up their health. Now, the longer they stay in the U.S., the more their health deteriorates. They have higher incidences of all diseases, and their children, Latinos, U.S.-born Latinos, have the same health outcomes as other people of their social class. So the health benefit of the immigrant is lost in one generation, and we really think that that is tied to diet. So what we're doing in our project, Decolonize Your Diet, is trying to reclaim the ancestral wisdom that helped guarantee our health for centuries and bring that into our current diets. We just want to sort of also note that what we're really focusing on in decolonizing your diet is not taking away, not saying don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this, but instead saying you can eat this, you can eat cactus, you can eat fresh corn, you can eat herbs, you can eat tomatoes, you can eat beans, and these will all bring health benefits into your life. So looking at food not as something to be afraid of, but of food as an opportunity to bring medicine into your life on a regular basis.